So these are the ingredients that I have used for aubergine and pea curry. 2 medium-sized onions, 4 tomatoes, 4 bird's eye green chilies, frozen garlic and frozen ginger, 1 cube each. First, chop the onions. Add a small amount of fennel seeds to the onions. Fry the onions in either sunflower oil or rapeseed oil, but you can even use vegetable oil, whichever you fancy really. Add a small amount of oil to the pan. Just make sure that the onions are coated enough. Fry the onions on a low to medium heat and keep stirring. Whilst the onions are frying, chop the tomatoes and the green chilies. Keep stirring the onions so that they don't stick to the bottom of the pan or burn. Add small amounts of water. I have used 7 small to medium-sized pink aubergines for this curry. Wash the aubergines, cut the stems off and then dice them. These should be added to the sauce once it's cooked properly. So put them to one side once they've been chopped. Continue stirring the onions. Again, add a little bit of water. These chopped tomatoes, green chilies, garlic and ginger will be added to the onions once they're nice and brown. Now add the chopped ingredients to the onions and keep stirring. Keep stirring the mixture and let it cook for about 5 to 10 minutes before adding the spices. The ingredients that I use then are 1.5 to 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 heaped teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of fenugreek powder, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg powder, 1 heaped teaspoon of curry powder, 1.5 teaspoons of paprika. This one is smoked because I like the taste. 1 teaspoon of mustard powder, 1 teaspoon of garam masala, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and 1/2 teaspoon of red chili powder, depending on how hot you like it. Add these ingredients now to the mixture and stir it all in. After about 10 to 15 minutes of cooking, the oil separates from the water, and then you need to add the aubergines to the mixture. Stirring. Cook the aubergines for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Keep stirring. You can use fresh peas in your curry, but I usually use frozen peas. Add the peas to the aubergines after about 10 to 15 minutes and stir them in. Cook on low to medium heat and keep stirring so that they don't stick to the bottom of the pan. After 10 minutes or so, the oil separates from the water. So you can add a bit of water, turn the heat down to low, cover the pan and let them cook for another 10 minutes or so. Make sure the heat is turned down to low once the pan has been covered. Once the lid has been lifted, add some fresh coriander, chopped coriander to the curry. It should be neither watery nor dry. After giving the curry a good stir, transfer it to a dish.